So we are given this binomial expansion to show that if x is so small that x cubed and higher powers can may be neglected, we are asked to expand this. This is what we are asked to expand. So we're going to start the expansion now. But before we start the expansion, I need to make you aware of this. If you are given a binomial, let's say binomial expansion of a plus b, which is the power of n. If your n is less than 1, you use this to do the expansion. Use this moment to do the expansion. If your n is greater than 1, use this expansion. You use this one to do the expansion. So that is that. I need to make you aware of that. So we can now start solving this question. Now we are given this to solve. So I can write this as this. 1 minus x 1 is the power of half. So this is, so we can rewrite this again and write it as and write it as 1 minus x to the power of minus half. So this is what we have for that expansion. So I'm going to start with this. I'm going to start with this one, pick them one by one, and be doing the expansion. So we have this. So what I'm going to do now is just to expand. I'm going to use this to do the expansion for the first and for this expansion, because it's fraction, it's not a whole number, so it's better for me to use this to deal with this problem. So let's expand. So this will be 1 raised to the power of 3 over 2. If I'm working personally myself, there are some things I will eliminate. I will not choose some steps, but I'm working so that even as you follow along, you get the concept. Just follow along. Our n in this case, this is the formula we are using, and we are applying it to this. So this man will be 3 over 2. Then we have 1. That will be 3 over 2 minus 1. Then x. In the next term, we have 3 over 2. 3 over 2 minus 1 all over 2 factorial. Then we have 1 raised to the power of 3 over 2 minus 1. Then this will now end minus 2, because we are dealing with the next term. This is 2, and this is plus dash dash dash. So since we said we should ignore terms of x raised to the power of 3, so we can ignore that. So what we have here, so we now have something of this 1 plus 3 over 2 x. Then the next one, this is plus, and we have 3 over 2 into 1 over 2 all over 2 x squared. So plus dash dash dash. So copy that again. This will give me 1 plus 3 over 2x plus 3 over 8 x squared. So that will be the expansion for that. So the next one, I need to copy this also. I need to copy this also and then expand. Fortunately, this is positive 3. and it's a whole number. So I'm going to apply, I want you to take note, I'm going to apply this because my n is greater than 1. So I'm going to just apply this. It's not in fraction. So I'm going to apply this to solve that. So just follow along and you get the concept. So the first one will be 1 raised to the power of 3. So the next one will be 3 combination 1. Just follow along easily. So we have 1, that will be 2, then 1 over 2 x. And the next one will be 3 combination 2. Then we have 1. Then we have 1 over 2 x squared. And the last one, which will be our 1 over 2 x all to the power of 3. So don't worry, I'm going to ignore that in our workings. Anything raised to the power of 3, so we can neglect it. So just follow along as I expand. This will be 1 plus. By the time you have 3 combination 1 will give you 3 divided by 2. So that will be 3 over 2 x. Then the next one will be 3. That will be 3 combination 2 is 3. So this one will be 3 over 4 x squared. So I'm going to write ignore x cubed times. So x cubed times. So I'm ignoring that because the question says we can ignore it. So what I'm going to do now is to do the subtraction. So the question says that, if you look at the question, we can so that's what we have. I'm going to do the subtraction now. So equal to, so I need to write this out. Minus, and I copy this also. So I'm going to have as an approximate, since I'm ignoring certain times out. So what we have now, let me copy this. So this man will now be 1 minus 1, that will be 0. This 3 over 2 will also be subtracted from this. So what we are left with is 3 over 8 x squared minus 3 over 4 x squared. So if we subtract this, what you have is minus 3 over 8 x squared. So we have done with the first side of this expression. So the second one that we need to deal with is this man, which we want to deal with now. So I'm going to expand that also. So just follow along as we do it. So now this 1 minus x raised to the power of minus half is minus half is less than 1. So now you see what I'm doing. I'm going to copy this line that is less than 1 when your n is less than 1. When your n, if our n is less than 1. So I'm going to copy this so that you see what I'm doing clearly. So I'm going to expand this. Just follow along as I do the expansion. For the sake, I will still clean it up so that you will see that this is our n. Our n is minus half, and minus half is less than 1. So we want to use this. So I'm going to start now. So we have 1 raised to the power of minus half. The next one is minus 1 over 2. So we have 1 raised to the power of minus 1 over 2 minus 1. So we have that. Then minus x. Just follow this pattern. So we are now here. This is where we are now. This is what I've expanded here. So the next one is, so we have that. So we have minus 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2 minus 1 all over 2 factorial. So we have 1 minus 1 over 2 minus 2. So then we have minus x all squared. So ignore the other terms, x cubed and the rest like that. So we are working now. So I want to, so if you expand, that will give us 1. This will give us, this will give us 1 over 2x. Then the next one, so you have minus half. So we have minus 3 over 2 all over 2. 2 factorial is 2. Then you have something of this nature, x squared dash dash dash. So 1 minus x 1 over 2 minus is equal to 1 plus 1 over 2x. So this one will give us plus 3 over 8 x cubed, x squared. So I've done the expansion for this. So I can copy everything I've gotten. So I can copy everything I've gotten so far. So from this expansion, this is part of our expansion. So 1 minus x raised to the power of 1 over 2. So equals, it's going to be an approximate. So we have an approximate. So now this man which we got to be 3 minus 3 over 8, 3 over 8 x squared. Now also copy this also. So we can now multiply. So if you use this, minus 3x minus 3 over 8x squared times this will give us, this. Now if you use this to multiply, it will give you x cubed. Use x squared times x, that will give you x cubed, and the question says that we should ignore anything x cubed. So our final destination is this one. If you use this x squared to multiply x squared, it will give you x raised to the power 4, so you can ignore it. So this is how to go about solving this question. So I want to copy so that you see our final destination, which is the original question we are given. So I'm going to write this equal to this. So now I bring this down. So this is the question we are asked to solve. So you can see, let me clean this one off out now. I'm just using it so that you get what I'm trying to explain. It's of no use now. So this is what we are asked to find. Minus 3 over 8x squared is our final answer. So I hope you find it interesting as I solve this question. So this is the whole solution of solving this question. So you can go over it, watch the video as many times as possible. Take your pen and write. So you see where, as you write, you'll be able to get a good grip of what we are trying to pass across. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to share our videos. See you again in the next video.